But let's see.
I'm surprised they even qualified in the top 10.
I'm gonna drop my channel here.
Good luck, everyone.
And let's see. I think
Good
I
luck.
need to set the MooBot timer for those automatic notifications. But there's a prompt in there for my YouTube link and a prompt in there for my donate link that'll pop up periodically. So that's good. I checked out YouTube, by the way. I am up to 1,560 views on YouTube. So that's pretty cool.
When the hell are they going to give us
That's
that
total
update where
views
we can
across all
change
my
that?
YouTube videos. So that's neat.
Keep getting all this new stuff.
Here we go. Gonna
old stuff.
60 laps at Darlington, which 60 laps is a lot on the one hand. You know, it's definitely a race where you do have to treat it a little bit like an endurance race. At the same time, though, you know, 60 laps goes by very, very, very quickly. You know, you get into if you get one good long green flag run, it will click off pretty quick. And without too many cautions, it should be possible to finish this race up in time
watch out for that
to
number 14.
register for the D-Fix, for the D-Class race.
You just better watch your step, son.
So here we go. 7th place.
All right, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 17.
Starting in 7th in the number 4 car. Didn't have a sensational qualifying lap, didn't set the world on fire or anything like that. But doing okay. You know, things are good. So, you know, I'm starting in the top 10, which means that I don't have to do all that work to get into the top 10. I'm already starting here. I'd like to come away from this one with a top 5, which, you know, if I can keep the car undamaged for all 60 laps, that's very doable.
All right,
just need to keep the car clean,
going the right direction.
which is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. There we go. The leader's starting in the corner. That is actually nice for us. That's going to work out okay. Did not get a good start there. Real easy on the throttle, just making. Oh, we got one turn, 2 turning already. Going way low, way low, way low. Again, wreck avoidance. Leave yourself more room than you think you need.
Did you get taken out?
The road is closed.
As you're avoiding those wrecks. Come on, 17.
Dang, that sucks.
There goes the 2. Where's the 17 car? I'm just going to slow way down. Gotta wait for the 17 to go by. That wreck started early, just right in turn 1.
Well, that was pretty stupid.
I think the 17's going to go in the
That
pit
was real
road.
stupid.
That's the guy who had the spotter who was jawing at him about lap times and stuff too. 17, where you at, man? Here he comes. Oh, he is
Get behind the 17.
all bent up. That ain't good.
Sorry, guys, I have a lot of damage.
All good, man. You gonna go in and pit and take care of it, or are you gonna try to stay out there with that? So here we go. Real easy on the tires. Haven't done anything to them yet. Just want to make sure that I don't hurt them at all. Let's see who's pitting, who's staying out, and where is the pace car? So I'm 6th, and maybe I'll be 5th. Looks like I'll be 5th on this restart. That so a little bit of excitement already. We got one caution out of the way, and we didn't even make it through turn 1. Two cars got a lot of damage. I don't know why he's still out here. Two, your front end looks pretty bad, man. Yeah, he's going into pit road now. Allie got in that too. Dang, that took out a bunch of folks. That was really not good. That's what happens though, you know, turn one, lap one, you get a big wreck like that, you got guys turning right in front of the field. That took a whole lot of folks out. So I am now going to be restarting in fourth. And we, let's see, how many we still got on the lead lap? We've got 20 on the lead lap. I think we're out of 22 that started in this thing. These guys up here, 20th and 19th, they're going to get their lap back. So we'll see if anyone else on pit road who's getting service has to lose a lap or not. The 2 car looked like he had a lot of damage, but it might have been mainly cosmetic. You'd be surprised actually how competitive you can be on this track with a pretty significant amount of damage. I had over 2 minutes of optional yesterday, and I was still running pretty competitive. I didn't have good speed down the straightaway, but I was still running fine through the corners. And
pass the pace car here once we cross our finish line and wrap around.
Since the you know, since the corner exit can vary so much car to car, as long as I was getting good corner exit, I wasn't really able to hold speed and I couldn't pass anyone, but I was able to hold my position with a lot of damage. So, you know, with no damage though, I hope to be pretty competitive. So hopefully everyone's got that lap one, turn one jitters out of their system. We can get a clean restart this time and just kind of, everyone can just run for a little bit. Because that was a mess. That took a lot of folks out. You know, we got, I think we still got 20 on the lead lap. Looks like no, actually we got 18 on the lead lap. But there's a lot of folks that have a good bit of damage, even you know, among the lead lap cars. So here we go. We're gonna get the pace car in. There he goes. And we're just watching the 16 for when he goes. Don't spin the tires again on this restart. Get through the gearbox cleanly. I didn't spin the tires too bad, but they didn't get away cleanly next to me or in front of me. Looked like the 6 caught the wall there, and I think the 9 spun the tires too. He had looked like he had the makings of a good restart underneath me, and then spun the tires and he had to drop back. It's really easy to spin the tires here. And it's really easy to lose it coming off of these corners too. 16 and 8 of 16's got this place figured out. He is gone, man. He's got good speed. Just kind of hanging on here. It's a long race. 6 gets the wall again. Can't keep doing that, man. That's going to catch up to you. You're going to wear the right side of your car out. Or the other thing is that, you know, you might be able to fix it when you come to pit road, but you're going to lose a lot of track position making those repairs, which is just going to make your whole life harder if you're trying to get a good finish out of it. Keep the car clean, take care of it. That's the name. That's Darlington is all about being smart and surviving early. Taking a real conservative line through 3 and 4 there. I could be up higher next to the wall, but I'm not trying to be a hero right now. I'm in the top 5. I'm just trying to ride, log some laps. Don't want to give up this position, but the main thing is, like I said, just don't damage the car trying to not be too hard on the tires. If this thing does go long green and I take care of my stuff, these guys will come back to me. That was one thing we learned in September, and it should be even more true with the new tire model. It's supposed to reward drivers that take care of their tires a lot more. So these guys who are blitzing out in front, we'll see if, you know, if they're driving really hard, do they start coming back as those tires start wearing? You know, we'll see in 5 or 10 laps if my lap times are continuing to stay consistent, if their lap times start coming back to us a little bit. Good and solid through 1 and 2. You know, you really use the throttle a whole lot here at Darlington. You notice that through the corners, I'm not full throttle, I'm not fully off. When they say that you drive the car with the pedal more than the wheel, that's really true at a track like Darlington, because it's all about, you know, you kind of hold the wheel steady and try to keep a consistent corner, but how you modulate the throttle, that's, you know, you put a little more gas in it to let it drift up to the wall, you let out a little bit when you need to cut down and get that run straight up off the corner like I just did there. That's really how I'm keeping this 7 car behind me, and as these tires wear out, that's how I'm going to start making ground on the 6. Is getting smooth corner exit like that off of turn 2. Cut down again. 7's got to run.
Still inside, clear on the
Gonna let him go, especially when he's got a gap behind him. No need to fight that right now. He's going faster than me. I'll let him have it a little bit. If this race goes according to my plan, he will come back to me, but he was definitely faster than me at this stage in the race. Just still feeling it out.
30.843.
Got a little bit loose there coming off the corner. Not too bad though. Right around the wall through 3 and 4 really seems to be the line. I need to get up there. I just don't want to do it right now because I don't feel super comfortable about my braking points. I've hit the wall too many times in the last couple races. Really looking to just get through this thing clean and not have any wall contact. So I'm trying to give myself extra room out to the wall as I run through 3 and 4 in particular. That's where I've had the biggest problems with hitting the wall. I've got this 10 cars right on my tail, but I seem to be able to pull them off the corners. It's 3 and 4 where I'm really losing my time. I'm doing okay through 1 and 2, and I seem to be pulling away from guys coming off a corner 2. Now we got a lapper to contend with. Looks like he's being pretty respectful and letting folks go by, so hopefully, yeah, he's going to pull down and do the same for me. I don't know if he was damaged in that wreck or if he's just slow and trying to learn the track. But it's nice to see him getting out of the way there. There we go. Just kind of cruising. This is what I like at Darlington, honestly. I mean, I love racing, but especially in the early stages of the race, if I can find an open spot where I got room in front, room behind, and just go log some laps, that feels awesome. I know it's not the most exciting thing for you guys to watch necessarily, but this is how we're going to get to the end of the race and hopefully get a good finish. Riding in 5th, coming to complete lap 19 this time by. Just a little bit of contact in the wall there. Again, I overcooked it going into the corner. Come back up on the track. Gonna lose 1, 2 spots.
4, 3, inside.
Just a little bit of damage. 0x. That ain't too bad. I'll get that repaired on the next pit stop. Most disappointing thing about that is the loss of track position. That won't hurt the car too bad at all, though. It's just, you know, I knew it when I went in the corner. I'm like, it started giving it up. I could see it just sliding right for the wall. The other problem is that that really killed the right front tire when it was sliding like that.
32.
But here we go. I noticed that the guy that's running 5th right now, that 19 car, Jeremy, he slid up into the wall in that lap, did the same thing that I did, except that he didn't slide. So now he's really racing the 15 pretty aggressively. I wouldn't be doing that. That blocking business can get you in big trouble. Bobby was trying to make a run on me off of 4, but I got to the gas, back to the throttle better than he did. It looked like he got a little bit loose. He had to get out of it. And that's honestly, that's where you can make time here at Darlington. Get off those corners, get that run down the straightaway, carry more momentum, more RPMs than the other guys around you. You can make it big. But you can also, particularly into turn 3, you can make up time going into the corner too.
9-2. You're clear.
Hey, gasometers, how's it going, man? Welcome from Welcome from Germany. That's a terrible German accent. Oh boy. Thought I was heading for the wall again there. These two are really racing for that 5th spot. They're mixing it up pretty good.
9, 8.
Hope they don't wreck each other, but you know, if they decide to, I just hope they don't involve me in it. 19 is struggling on that exit off at corner 2. And the 15's all over him. The 11 car keeps getting a run on me. But he's getting that run into the corner, and sometimes he'll get a little bit of a run off, but it hasn't been enough. You really need to get enough of a run off of the corner that you can really charge up and drive to the inside of the guy. Usually that'll be enough to kind of make him say, all right, I'm not going into turn 1 at Darlington side by side. I'll lift and let you have it. That's what you want. So seems like I might be a little bit faster than these two now, so I'm going to try to run them down and get my top 5 position back.
8, 5.
You about to, baby?
Do what?
I said, are you about to do it?
It's all about carrying that momentum off the turn 2.
No.
Decent run down the straight.
Right moment.
Got to make sure that you got to lift what feels like so early going into 3, because that is a tight corner. Yep, I knew it.
30.981.
19 just played too much of that blocking game, man, and he got himself turned. Jonathan was having none of that.
Caution, caution.
And there's the yellow.
Kind of walk me through a lap here.
Come on, with the cops in there.
That was coming. I'm good, gasometers, man. Took week 13 off, did a little bit of work on the
Looks like you'll be
on the
lining
rig.
behind the 15.
That was.
Pit road will be open.
I don't know that I can put that one on the 15, man. It looked like the 19 was blocking pretty aggressively there.
I mean, I felt like you were all over the place, and I was way faster. I gave you every opportunity.
How'd you guys see that? JD Smoke, what's up, man?
In a straight line. I don't know what you wanted me to do.
I'm curious. What do you guys think of that one? I'm putting that one on the 19. He did say something. He said something with his bumper.
Hey, you should have moved over.
All right, here we go. There's my pit board. So much easier to see my pit stall now. Boom. There we go. Animated pit crew pit stop. Got 3 seconds of optional repairs. We're not even going to wait for that. We're going to let them finish. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead.
That's it, go!
There we go.
Looks like you'll be lining up.
Didn't even give up a position, got all the repairs done. Could have maybe gained one back, but that's good. I love those animated pit crews, though. That just adds the feel and the realism. It's like, here I come down, and there are my guys waiting on the wall. And jump out. And they also, it gives you a better mark. I feel like I'm having a much easier time stopping where I'm supposed to in the pit box than I used to. So yeah, that's a cool addition. Really glad that iRacing did that. That's awesome. So am I going to be back in 5th, it looks like, when all this shakes out? I think so. Picked up a spot somewhere else. So I should be restarting in 5th on the inside. And we're going to be coming to halfway this time by, so it'll be 29 laps to go. That was what we wanted. We wanted a long green run there. You know, got a pretty decent length green run. Really got to feel like, you know, how the car adjusted. So that's good. Got a feel for the tires. Let's see, where were the tires at there? 87, 90, 91, 93. That ain't too bad. Okay, so I am going to be 6th. Looks like the 8 just zoomed up there and resumed his position. Guess he had to pull over and stop for something. So should be restarting in 6th, which is where we came in pit road. That's fine.
Well, 1 to go. No, unfortunately,
hopefully we get a good restart like we did last time and our line goes all right, and maybe I'll be able to beat the 15 on the restart and get down into 1. But the main thing is just get singled out and find a spot to ride again, and see what happens from there. 6 got a little bit of damage. I've still got a little bit of damage. Was able to repair most of it. Really didn't do much. 3 seconds of optional is basically nothing. This isn't a super aero-dependent track, so that won't hurt me. Just don't want to do that again. It's so easy to get into that wall and to overdrive turn 3 and get into that wall. Just got to keep my head on straight for 29 more laps and come away with clean race, good finish. That'll be nice.
Halfway this time coming back.
All right.
Behind the pace car, 1:07.273.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys charge into the corner like madmen. I found a gap and I'm gonna use it to my advantage. Clean racing here. And there's a caution.
Hey, sorry about that.
Okay, bud. The road is closed.
So we're going to do it all again. Same 1 through 6, 1 through 7, same as before. We'll just re-rack and do it again. Maybe I saved a little bit on my tires versus what some of these other guys did. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, brother.
But, yeah, we'll see. That was only 1 lap, and there are 17 cars right now on the lead lap. So I ain't pitting. Looks like the 8 is pitting though, so okay. If he pits and a bunch of us stay out here, that'll give me a little bit of a, yeah. I don't know why he's pitting. Seems like a mistake. He'll lose a lot of track position there. Only 1 lap on the tires. It ain't gonna be worth that much. But that gives me a top 5 spot for the next restart, so I'll take that. Just kind of relax and stretch while we're right around here. So, what's going on with you guys? Let's see, been following the news. Really just sucks about the, you know, Ajit Pai, crooked, corrupt corporate shill, took the Verizon bribes and went and repealed the net neutrality, so I'm obviously not happy about that. That, you know, I mean, this is kind of a side thing. You know, I do this for fun, but there is a, you know, very real chance that down the road, those net neutrality, you know, if net neutrality wasn't guaranteed, if every piece of data that crosses over the internet was treated differently, I'm at, you know, this channels like mine very well couldn't happen. I get, you know, you guys see, I average, you know, 8 to 10 viewers. I don't make any money off of this channel. This is fun. If I had to pay an additional premium to make it so that my channel actually went out at a decent quality and a consistent thing, I don't know that I'd be able to do that. You know, I can't afford that. I'm able to do this. It's free for me to do this on my, you know, on my own. I pay for the computer, I pay for my internet package, but I don't have to pay anything additional to be able to stream and provide this content for you guys. So now with net neutrality laws repealed, that's no longer a guarantee. Now it's really unlikely that they would start making it so that, you know, individual channels would be throttled on Twitch without the, you know, without having to pay per premium thing. But I could absolutely see, you know, if things keep going, you know, 5 or 10 years down the line, YouTube, you know, Google and YouTube, Google owns YouTube. Google will pay for the premium fast lane. What isn't guaranteed is that in paying for that premium fast lane, that they would then just pass that directly on to their users free of charge. They might say, you know, hey, you know, channels that have, you know, 1,000 subscribers or have partner status. One of the benefits of partner status is getting that, and you know, you can either get that by having enough viewers, or you can pay us for partner status. Neither Twitch nor YouTube does that yet. Who knows what'll happen? Right, yeah. The internet providers, everyone knows how much Verizon, Comcast, Time Warner, AT&T, those companies are really hurting right now. They're just, those poor giant robot corporations are struggling so bad. And here's the other thing that really, you know, it actually makes it less of a free market. It impacts competition. It makes the playing field unlevel. It makes it so you have to have more money to compete. But also, the other thing that's really bad about it is that, you know, oh geez, again? I lost 2 spots on that restart, and now we got another caution. I gotta be more on the ball. So it makes it more uneven for, you know, the playing field for folks to compete. I lost my train of thought. Welcome to the iPacing. What is it? iPacing. I'll just call it the iPacing 500 at Darlington. I don't know what 60 laps translates to in terms of miles here. But yeah, the internet being neutral, that creates jobs. That's what I was going to say. It's not going to create jobs. It's going to reduce jobs. The internet being free and open makes it possible for people to start their own businesses. If you've got an idea that you want to do, you can take that idea, go on the internet. If you've got the knowledge, the ability to put it together with relatively little overhead in terms of investment, you can get your own business and your idea out there and have access to a global market. Now, for people living in America, that's going to be less. Americans are going to have less. We're going to be less competitive in terms of competing in that global market pace. I don't know, man. We got to get. Honestly, we got to get these Republicans out of office, and we got to get the corporate Democrats out of office too. The politicians who are just on the payroll, it's obvious who they work for. They work for their donors. They do not work for us. Donald Trump said he was going to drain us out. Donald Trump's a con man. It is clear as day. Donald Trump is the swampiest of swampy politicians. He put corporate insiders in charge of every major regulatory agency that was supposed, insiders from the industries that those regulatory agencies are designed to regulate. He put industry insiders in to make those regulatory agencies not do their job, which is to work on behalf of us, the consumers, and the American people. So it's got to change, man. I don't know what's going to change it, but if something doesn't change soon, it's going to get really bad. But there's hope. We had, classic grassroots style campaigning, won some big elections in Virginia and North Carolina recently. You had Doug Jones, who, to be all honest, is probably very much a blue dog Democrat, but he won in Alabama, taking out, Roy Moore, who's truly disgusting human being. So there is hope that the pendulum has swung a little bit and things can change in 2018. So, that's what happens. We're under caution, we're rolling around, got nothing else to talk about, so I'm going to ramble and prattle on about politics for a little bit. But I'll get off my soapbox here in a second, and we'll get back to some racing. We're about to go 1 to green.
1 to go.
Apparently my viewers are telling me that they don't like
I believe.
this kind of talk, because there's folks bleeding off like crazy over there. So here we go. Shift into third, shift second, and we're going to get ready. Back to green. Let's do some racing here. No more cautions. Best way to shut me up about politics and get back on the topic of the race is for it to go green. Looks like Massey's already worked his way back up to 10th. Maybe that pit stop that he did wasn't such a bad idea. I tend to be pretty timid on these restarts just because I don't like going into turn 1 side by side or trying to get too much, but that cost me 2 spots on that last one. I can't keep doing that. I need to get some spots back. I want a top 5 out of this deal. So here we go. Restarting. It's going to be 19 laps to go now. Bringing us down real slow. That's going to cause some wheel spin. Yep, the 3 had some wheel spin. Got contact from the 6. I've got a run on the 6 going into 3. Gonna let those guys slide up there. I want to get my top 5 spot back. I'm in 7th. I should be able to pull the 17. His front end looks like my front end looked yesterday. That thing is not going to be able to drive down the straightaway with the whole front end knocked off of it like that. But it will be able to beat me down the straightaway if I exit turn 2 that way. Just send it off into 3 and get on the binders to make sure that I had my spot protected. I wanted to take away any possibility he had of getting down to my inside that time. I can't bleed off more spots if I want to get my top 5 finish out of this deal. I mean, I'd actually like to contend for a win, but you got to walk before you can run. Top 5 in this race would be fantastic versus what we've been getting this week. Starting to get up on the wheel a little bit more and really kind of challenge these guys, pushing it a little bit more off the corner too. But you know, we're not in long run territory anymore. We're basically racing caution to caution right now. It's get all you can get. Feathering it off of the corner. Looks like there was trouble behind me there, but no caution. We stay green. That's fine by me. I've got 3 positions lined up in front of me if I can find a way around them. Coming to 15 to go.
29.77.
Out of gas. A little bit of brake going into 1, not too much. I needed to be a little bit easier. Let back up a little bit of, you know, for the entry into 2. I'm taking a somewhat orthodox line into 3. Everyone else enters a lot higher than me. I should probably try that. Here we go. Out of the gas. Just a little bit of brake. Get back in it. And then again out. Turn down. Get the gas coming off at 2. All 4 of us here are separated by less than a second. On the binders hard going into 3. Took that higher entry that time. And, you know, we're just staying right together, all knotted up. Every time I go down into 1, I just touch that apron. Don't want to touch it coming off 2, though. Yeah, that cost me. Just clipped it and it cost me a bunch. Not getting the drive off 4 that I needed that time. That 3 and 4, that cost me a bit. Trying to gain it back through 1 and 2. Not going to gain it all back in 1 corner. That would be a mistake to attempt that. But I need to start just chaining these corners together. Both ends of these racetrack are so different. Much bigger difference between the 2 ends of this track than you get almost pretty much anywhere else on the circuit. Really fun that they decided to open, you know, the season, week 1 of the season with Darlington. Uh-oh. That was bad. That was bad.
Still there. Clear low.
Let him by. Dang it.
Thanks, Becky.
Inside. Still there. 30.619. All clear. 10 to go.
Nancy laid the bumper to me, which I kind of deserved. I pulled down in front of him a little bit. Now my top 5 hopes are in trouble. I've fallen all the way back to 9th. Got to get something going here.
30.728.
This ain't good. There we go. Back to the gas a little bit. Feather the throttle. Lift, lift, lift. Back on it. Strong. Come on. I need to dig. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Back to the gas. I'm running a little bit slower than all these guys up in front of me. Need to find somewhere where I can gain ground. I'm hanging with them mostly, but each lap it seems like I just lose a little bit. And here's where I feel like I'm losing it, is in 3 and 4. Although that felt pretty good. Didn't lose anything that time, at least. Kind of held my own. Now if I can continue to gain through 1 and 2, might be able to capitalize on that. Everything's kind of compacting again. All these cars are coming together. As the laps wind down, the field's sort of accordioning back up. So I'm in 9th, but I'm catching these guys. I'm going to have an opportunity at least to try to make something happen. Going to see if we actually can. Driving up off of 2. Uh-oh, we got guys going squirrely. Got one down low. Oh, and he drives up into Massey. That's contact. He won't be happy about that at all.
Hold it down a little bit more there, 3.
Like I said, he ain't going to be happy about that. 3 better apologize, man, or he's going to get the bumper. I don't think Massey's going to hesitate to lay the bumper to him. Coming up off of 2. There goes Massey looking low. Pulled the slide job. 3's going to try a crossover. Not going to happen that time. 4 to go.
30.685.
Got loose off the corner and headed left out. Dang it! That might be it in terms of gaining these positions. Any shot at it, we'll see. Another one's loose. That's the 19.
30.84.
Massey's all over the track and he's into the 19. 19 turns a little bit.
Outside.
Struggling to find grip.
Still there. Clear, clear.
3 came down into me. We had contact. I've got the position.
Working the bottom inside.
And I lost it to the 10. So I gained a spot and then lost one.
0, 6, 5.
And the 10's like, yippee! Let's see if we can get that back from him. Good run off 2.
White flag lap, my man.
All right, white flag lap. 1 to go.
30.858.
I want to try to get this spot back if I can. Looks like I might be able to get that 19. He got into the wall.
Thank you.
Did not. 9th place. Whew!
Checker flag.
Only a 4X though. I'll take it, man. I would have liked a lot better finish than that, but that worked out okay. Big thing is I think that I helped my safety rating for the first time this week. So that'll help. .45 on pit road. Thanks, JD Smoke. Yeah, I'll take a top 10. You know, would have preferred a top 5, but a top 10 works. Just need to keep getting decent finishes. Got to dig myself out of this
Clean up their pit box. Pick your
rut.
oil.
I've been having really bad luck lately, so just getting a solid finish where I didn't wreck, that feels great. So thank you guys for watching on that one. I am going to go pop over to Bristol and do one more race. Let's see. You know, that little bit of contact that I had with the 3. Just a bit there. Actually straightened him back out. Where did he finish? 13th. He ain't going to be too happy about that, but I don't think he should be too unhappy either. That wasn't too bad. Save that replay. And then got to make